Hey guys, I'm coming back at you with another pick a card reading. This is messages from your deities. Make sure you take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If something doesn't stick and it doesn't feel like it's for you, then that part of the reading is probably not for you. So take the parts of the reading that you feel like are for you. Without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into the reading. I have two piles to pick from. I'm going to hold them up for you. If you need to pause, you can go ahead and pause. This is pile number 1. This is pile number 2. All right. Again, if you need to pause, you can pause. But I'm going to move into the first reading. Give me one sec. This is going to be like really... I had something sticky right there. I ate chicken earlier. So pile number 1, we got it's time to release negativity for pile number 1. Okay. A new start is coming. Okay. Your hard work is paying off. So I feel like you guys have something new coming in your life. I don't necessarily think this is love for everyone. For some of you, it might be love. For some of you, it might be something else that's coming new. You know, if you have a partner that's looking for a job, they're most likely going to find that job. If you guys are looking for a job, you're most likely going to find that job. Excuse me, sorry. But I am seeing that whatever you're working hard on, that work's going to pay off. If you guys have spell work that you guys were doing, your spell work is going to work, and it is going to make things work out for you. We have meditation. It's very important that you guys meditate and try to connect with your deities as much as possible. Meditation is a good way to connect with your deities and get messages from your deities. Now, I did end up pulling the House of Night deck, so Nyx is coming through on this reading. And I know Kali is definitely coming through on this reading because Nyx and Kali urged me to do this reading. They told me this is the reading that needs to be done. We've got vision. So I feel like this pile, if you guys chose this pile, you guys are very intuitive. Very, very intuitive. Okay? And you guys may have visions of the future before things happen. But I feel like for some of you, you're being called to meditate because some of you have muddled visions when you have anxiety and stuff. We have summon. So some of you guys need to summon the power within you. I'm hearing like some of you are very self-conscious sometimes, and you don't always know for sure if things are going to work out for you. So it's time to put in the attitude that things are going to work out for you. We have solar plexus chakra. It's safe for you to be powerful and to take charge of your life in positive ways. So some of you could be afraid of your psychic visions or your powers, or, you know, some of you could even be afraid to move forward in your life when it comes to certain things because of trauma. Some of you guys have trauma. Got base chakra. Choose only positive thoughts to describe your home, career, finances, and your words determine your outcome. So it's very important that you guys use positive affirmations. If you guys are feeling insecure or unsafe or feeling like something could go wrong, it's very important for you to correct those negative thoughts in your mind and state that something positive is going to happen instead. So say like you're worried, say for example, if you're worried, like, I don't know, I'm easy example, like if you're worried you're going to go to jail, just like affirm, I'm not going to go to jail. Now some of you are going to be like, what kind of explanation is that? I'm just looking for things to, like, as an example, like, for example, like, if you're thinking you're never going to have enough money, say, no, I'm going to have enough money. I'll have plenty of money for everything I need. And then you will manifest that money. With this celebration card here, I feel like you guys are going to be getting some good news here very soon, pile number one. You guys are going to have cause for celebration. You guys are going to feel like relief. I'm hearing relief. And then we also do got surrender and release. So you kind of need to surrender to the divine, surrender to your deities. If you guys have prayed to your deities for help, surrender to them. Let them help you. Let them work things out for you. Okay? We got freedom. I am seeing that there is a lot of freedom for you in the future, and you're going to be able to be free to make a lot of your own decisions in the future. If you're worried about like somebody trying to make decisions for you, or if you're worried if something isn't going to go right, I see that you guys are going to be free to make most of your decisions in the future. Your decisions are not going to, a lot of your decisions won't cause as much conflict. Some of you guys don't feel as free to make decisions as always, because sometimes your decisions, a lot of people don't like the decisions you make. Some people hate the decisions you make. Okay, we got surrender to joy. Okay, so it's okay to be happy, okay? Okay, a key to positive change in your life is to let joy in and savor it. Indulge in the random acts of smiling during both hard and easy times. Keep surrendering to more joy. It is okay to be happy even when somebody else is not happy. If somebody else is not happy, like I feel like you guys may be around people that are not always happy, or you feel bad for some of the people around you, so you don't want to like let off that you're too happy. But you constantly being happy and affirming you're happy is just going to manifest more happiness into your life instead of more negativity into your life. Surrender frustration. So a lot of you guys could be having some frustration in life. Okay? These frustrations are going to work themselves out once you like really tell yourself, okay, well, everything's going to work out. There's nothing I need to be frustrated about. Everything's going to work in my favor. Make sure you tell yourself those type of things. Because I'm seeing there's some frustration here that you need to surrender. Okay? We have surrender to inner peace. Okay, so I'm being told you guys need to find things that give you inner peace. For me, doing readings for this channel was always something that gave me inner peace when I had tons of anxiety. And I have been having tons of anxiety myself. So this is what I've been doing. I've been posting readings on the channel to help other people, because when I channel energies and I do readings, it actually takes a lot of the stress off of me, to where I don't have to focus on all that negativity, and I can focus on, oh, hey, I'm helping people, I'm doing something that's taking my mind off of it. I can focus on something else. So I feel like you guys need to focus on the things that give you peace, whether it be reading a book or anything like that. Listening to music. We have surrender to prayer. So if you guys are absolutely feeling like you just can't do it anymore, like you feel like, oh, I can't do this anymore, I can't deal with all this crap going on in my life, because I feel like you guys have a lot of stuff going on in life. You guys need to just give yourself over to prayer, to whatever deity you think you should pray to. Now I am being called to tell you this. You don't necessarily need an offering to your deity every time you pray. And if you have financial problems, Your deities are willing to wait for any offering that you're going to give them until you have the money to buy it for them. Okay. One of my deities, uh, one of my deities, she recently reached out to me. It's a newer deity. She recently reached out to me and she told me she wanted to help me through some stuff. I'm being told it's okay to say her name. This is the Morgan. The Morgan actually reached out to me and said, it's okay. It's okay. I want to work with you. I want to help you through everything. And I couldn't afford a lot because I got Miss Hecate a candle, and also Kali reached out to me recently as well. I had a vision of Kali reaching out to me while I was on the bus, and I got her a candle, but I only had like a small red candle. And when the Morgan had reached out to me and I didn't have any money, and so I told her, I'll get you a bigger candle once, I've got the money, but right now, I hope this is enough. And that candle lit so quickly, it's not even funny. And the flame was so big, okay? And, she accepted the offering. But she accepted the fact that, hey, I don't have a lot of money for something bigger offering you. Now, as far as offerings go, you want to offer your deities something that you feel like they'll like. Like if you feel like something's speaking to you and you feel like that'd be a good offering to your deity, that's most likely the offering that you'd give to your deity. All right, we have the Seven of Swords here. Okay, so I feel like there's a little sneaky stuff. There's a snake in the garden. Somebody could be talking behind your back. Somebody could be wishing your downfall in some cases. I'm just gonna tell it to you. And whoever is wishing your downfall is somebody that is very isolated from you. Because the Queen of Swords, she can be a very cold figure, a very isolated figure. She's honest too, but I'm seeing this as cold, calculated, isolated. This is somebody that you've either isolated yourself from or they've isolated themselves from you. For a lot of you, I feel like this is somebody you've isolated yourself from. We do have the Ace of Cups here. So I feel like emotions are running high right now. That's the message that I'm getting. Emotions are running high. And then we have the World card in reverse here. I feel like you guys are going through a lot. Your emotions feel so high right now that you feel like sometimes your world feels like it's turning upside down. And I feel like I'm being told to tell you, you need to do a return to sender. If you have not done a return to sender recently, you need to do another. Even if you've done a return to sender in the past, I feel like you guys need to do return to senders regularly, because there is some, like I said, there is some energy, just some really nasty energy with that Seven of Swords. Some really nasty energy that just wants your downfall, wants you to be deceived, wants bad things to happen to you. I feel like it's very important that you use the affirmation that I am protected. Use this affirmation: I am protected from all negative energy and negative influences from other people. I am protected from all negative affirmations from other people. Other people's negative affirmations don't affect me. I am protected from any negative energy that anybody tries to send my way. I am protected from harm. You want to use affirmations like that. I should probably come out with some affirmations for protection in a video. If you guys want like more protection affirmations in a video, let me know. Comment down below. Tell me if you want me to make a video on affirmations to make sure you're protected in all ways. Okay? Let me know if you want that. Trespassers. What? Trespassers. We're going to find a little bit out about this because I don't know a lot about this card. But trespassers could be like, I don't know. I gotta really... Fairies have boundaries too. They are usually in the form of magical spells placed around sacred places in order to keep those out who might tamper with their sacred options. They also have invisible magic boundary around their realm. It's not easy to break through this boundary, but it can be done. And one knows the secret words. Are you having trouble respecting boundaries of others? Is someone not respecting your boundaries? A third question, what kinds of boundaries and limits am I placing upon myself? There are questions to ask yourself in order to discover which area of your life you need to work on. You cannot expect others to respect your boundaries if you are not clear with them yourself. You must state clearly and honestly to others about where you draw your lines. Be kind but clear about your expectations. In turn, be respectful of others' boundaries too. Their business is their own. Be careful not to gossip or spread rumors. Watch that you do not loudly gab on your cell phone in public places, infringing upon the space of others. Boundaries can be trespassed in many ways. It is up to you to think before doing. This card also invites you to consider the boundaries that we place upon ourselves. We often set these limitations on ourselves due to lack of confidence, self-respect, and even lack of knowledge. Release any unwarranted restrictions that you have assumed. Release limiting habits and thought patterns. The dragon at your gate can either protect you or hinder you. What will you ask it to do? So I feel like you need to set some boundaries with some people around you. And if others set a boundary, you need to respect them as well. I feel like some of you, if you guys are in a relationship, this is for some of you. If you guys are in a relationship and your partner wants to be left alone, just leave them alone. Don't disrespect that boundary and say, hey, well, I want attention, this and that. Let them come to you. Because, you know, basically when this partner tells you to leave them alone, they're setting a boundary with you, and you're supposed to, you know, respect that boundary. The other thing I'm getting is that if you guys are talking on the telephone in public spaces, be mindful of what you're saying, because this card did tell you that. I have not, this is a newer deck. It's why I read from the book on this card, because I felt like I needed to read from the book. In some cases I can interpret because I've been practicing, but this card I've never pulled before. So this is all about boundaries, okay? So make sure you set boundaries, and make sure you don't hinder yourself. Make sure you don't, place unreasonable boundaries on yourself. Like, say for example, oh, well, I can't do this because of this. Instead of saying you can't do that because of this, say, oh no, I can do this because other things are going to work out, or depending on what the situation is. I'm not saying, well, I can't do this. Obviously, if it's against the law, you can't do it. But say you're, say, for example, you're telling yourself, well, I can't spend money because what if I don't have more money later on in the month? Don't make those affirmations. I understand if you're on a fixed income. I get that. But if you are not on a fixed income, do not make the affirmations like that. Because if you say, oh, well, I can't spend money because what if I don't have this money at the end of the month? Or what if rent's not going to be paid? Or what if this? Say, no. Do not set that boundary on you. You need to tell yourself, no, I will always be financially stable. I will always have rent paid. You know, I will always have enough money for everything I need and want. Those are affirmations that you want to have in your booklet. Now, I'm going to disclose. If it's against the law, don't do it. Just don't do it. Okay? Make and that goes along with respecting other people's boundaries, because the law sets a boundary, and that's a boundary that you have to respect, so you can't break the law. However, if it's something within your own boundaries, if it's a boundary you're setting on yourself for like spending money or like not sleeping or, you know, not eating certain things, you need to like take into account what you need, not just setting a boundary against yourself and saying, oh, I can't do that. So we've got the book fairy. Some of you need to read more books. Some of you need to read self-help books. Some of you need to read spiritual books. And we got trouble. Okay, we're going to read trouble because I want to make sure I know exactly what trouble means, because I've never pulled this card for myself while I've been practicing the deck. So I have pulled the book fairy. 46. Are these beautiful cards? This card is telling you to keep your eyes open and your ears alert. Someone is not being as honest with you as they can be. This can be a business affairs or in a relationship. There is a stretching of truth and covering up of facts. You are likely to find out too late unless you pay attention. Bring your intuition into play and combine it with fact finding. No one can keep the wool over your eyes for very long. This card is also asking you to be scrupulous with your own words and deeds. Remember, what you send out is what you get back. That is the law of the universe. Be honest with yourself. Trouble can almost always be avoided by paying attention, choosing your words and actions wisely, and listening to your higher self. Ask the fairies and angels to tap into your highest and best energy. Remember, you do not need to draw negative situations into your life. Choose to bring joyful and positive situations instead. Sometimes the best action can be simply no action. That goes along with the Seven of Swords. Like I said there's a snake in the grass. I said there's a snake in the grass, and then this card just goes along with it. There's definitely a snake in the grass, okay? Now, I'm going to double check on the book fairy if there's anything else that needs to be said about it. I'll read over it really quick, but I don't think there is. Yeah, it is. It is exactly what I thought it was. I pulled this book for me so many times. Like I said, you guys need to like read more books, and for a lot of you, you need to listen to self-help books. If you're looking to get books on certain deities, like if you're feeling called to pick up books on certain deities, I'm being told, yes, it's the right time to pick them up, as long as you can afford it. So if you're being called to read all those books on deities, read them. That's all I've got for you, pile number one. I can't think of anything else. Just be careful with this snake in the grass that isn't being honest with you, okay? We got the not being so honest card, the trouble card, with the Seven of Swords card, you know? And if you guys want to know what deck this is, I'm being told that some of you will want to know what deck this one is. It's The Fairy Wisdom Oracle by Amy Brown, written by Nancy Brown. So yeah, I found that deck, I think, at Blue Eagle. So, which they're like a little family run and owned witchy woo-woo store. All right. So we're going to get ready to move on to pile number two. If things resonated for you, please comment down below. Let me know if they resonated. Like if you want to see more videos like this. Comment down below if you have any suggestions for what kind of videos you want to see or what kind of readings you want to see. I don't generally do a lot of love readings, but if you guys want a love reading, I can try to do a pop-up love reading once a month, depending on, you know, what I'm feeling. I used to be so addicted to love readings, but I haven't been as addicted to love readings because I'm in a relationship. and, you know, I don't know. I can always do more love readings if I want to, though. But comment down below on what you'd like to see on the channel, what kind of readings you'd like to see, you know. But without further ado, we're going to move on to pile number 2. So pile number 2, we're here. We're here at pile number 2. Let's see what you need to know. Believe in the impossible. Okay, so if something seems impossible, no, it's not impossible. You can manifest anything you want. You know, maybe not wings sprouting out your back unless you go to a, you know, some kind of scientist that wants to put wings into your back, but you know what I mean. We got hold your vision. So a lot of you need to visualize what you want to happen and see it happening and believe it's going to happen. Communication is key. Choices. So a lot of you guys have some choices to make, and this choice, you're going to have to choose a way to communicate with somebody. For some of you are going to have to choose a way to communicate with somebody and choose how to communicate with somebody. And I'm being told, like, take it with stride, be very careful with how you communicate with this person, because I feel like for some of you, you guys are kind of going back and forth on whether this choice is going to cause something bad to happen or something good to happen. I don't know if you can see Kelowna in this picture, but he has one white wing and one black wing. So you have to choose which choice is best. For some of you, you're worried about the choice starting an argument. Now, Kelowna is from the House of Night book. He was, I don't remember all of it, but he was punished for a while. I don't remember all of the book, but I don't know if you guys have read the House of Night series, but Nyx urged me to use this deck today. We got listening. Okay, so when you communicate with this person, okay, whatever person you're trying to communicate with, I feel like it's very important that you listen to what they have to say too, okay? Because if you do not listen to what they have to say and only make yourself a priority and what you have to say a priority, then the whole situation is not going to get solved, okay? We got the fledgling. I'm hearing don't think with a beginner's mind. Think like, you know, think like you have common sense. I'm hearing just be blunt with them. They need bluntness. Like, you got to think like you have common sense, okay? I'm sorry to have to say that to you, but you have to think like you have common sense. Past life issue. A situation is a basis on one of your previous lifetimes. So I feel like you are sorting out like maybe a past life generational curse issue. And you are being forced to put through lessons in your life, okay? You have gone through lesson after lesson. And for some of you, certain situations are repeating themselves. And the reason why the situation is repeating itself is because you haven't learned the lesson yet. Okay? Workshops and seminars. So for some of you may even like to speak out and talk with other people. And for some of you, it's part of your life path to literally speak about your spirituality to people so other people can learn about spirituality. If you guys are considering being a reader on YouTube, or if you are a reader on YouTube, this is part of your life purpose. We do have body care here. So I feel like you guys need to take better care of your body, or you guys are trying to take better care of your body. But it's your health is very important. I feel like some of you for a while may have put your health on hold for some things, and it's really important that you don't do that again. But others of you, I'm seeing that you are actually moving forward to try to take care of your body, and you're on the right path to do that. I'm being told that you guys are very powerful, and if you guys are going to try to work some type of spell work, it is going to work, but make sure you use the right wording to all of your spells so that you don't accidentally put the power out into the universe in the wrong way. Okay? We got miracles. I feel like if you are trying to manifest a miracle with spell work, it is going to happen. It is going to happen. You are going to manifest that miracle. What time frame it takes depends on how negative or positive your attitude is. I feel like if you constantly are in a positive attitude and you say, oh yeah, I'm getting that miracle, it's coming my way, I'm going to get everything I want, I'm going to get everything I need, then you're going to get it. Like I said, here's more surrender to miracles. Like we got the same card. Okay, so you have to surrender and accept the miracles coming into your life. You have to surrender and know that whatever spell work you're doing is going to bring that miracle into your life no matter what. Now I am going to tell you that if you do not believe that the spell work is going to work, then it won't work. You have to believe it's going to work. You have to tell yourself it's going to work. You have to, and you may feel like, for some of you, I feel like when some of you maybe tried in the past when you were younger, maybe you saw spell work as something else, and then you wanted to go to it and say, oh, hey, this is going to work, this is going to work, this is going to work. But it's very important, if you have like any insecurities towards spell work, to know it's going to work. And I feel like for some of you, there is a question there on whether the spell work is going to work, or some of you are just looking for confirmation on whether your spell work is going to work. It's very important that you tell yourself your spell work is going to work at all times, and not always search for confirmation. But if you guys are looking for confirmation that your spell work is going to work, your spell work is going to manifest that miracle that you want in your life. It's going to manifest exactly what you want in your life. We have surrender to silence. I feel like your deities are trying to communicate with you. When you're in silence, they're trying to tell you things. It's very important for you to have silent time in your life. I'm that kind of person where I can't have a lot of silent time in my life right now. Music is very helpful to me, but if I'm in the quiet too much, sometimes it makes me even more anxious. But it seems like you are that kind of person that needs the silence in your life right now. Surrender to non-action. If you are wondering whether to take action on a situation or not, and you keep getting this little feeling, like you get this feeling, like right here, and like you feel this heaviness in your head telling you, like, I don't know if I should do that. Don't do it. The second you get the thought that says, I don't know if I should do that, the second you get that little inkling in your mind that says, I don't know if I should do that, don't do it. Don't do it. That is your deities trying to tell you, don't fucking do that. Don't fucking do that. I'm sorry. I came out with a big F-bomb. Apologies. I like it's like your deities are trying to be like so blunt, and a lot of you, Hecate's coming through saying, don't effing do that. Don't effing do that. She's trying to help you make better decisions. For a lot of you, it's Hecate coming through. You know, for some of you, it's even Lilith coming through. Like, I'm hearing Lilith and Hecate maybe trying to come through, like warning you, don't do that. Don't effing do that. You're just going to make more problems for yourself. And like, they're trying to tell you that. And I feel like you're getting little inklings in your mind. Like, I don't know if I should do that. Is that going to cause a problem? Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. We got surrender. Your need to always be right. Okay. So I feel like there are some people in your life that feel like they need to always be right. And you feel like you want to argue back and have that last word and just like prove that you're right. You want to prove that you are right and everything. That's not important. It's not important to prove that you're right because you know that you're right. And so in some cases, trying to prove that you're right can cause more problems. So just be safe and be careful. We have the sun in reverse. Wow. We have the Queen of Cups in reverse. We have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And we have the Four of Cups in reverse. All reversals. Now, the Four of Cups in reverse can signify new opportunities. So I feel like a lot of you some of you turned to witchcraft because of depression, emotional instability, and financial instability. I'm getting that with all three of these cards in reverse here. Okay? I am seeing that for you. You guys may have had a lack of nurturing in your life too. And this caused you to turn to witchcraft and say, hey, I'm going to make my life better. Well, the Four of Cups in reverse, the Four of Cups in the upright is like stagnation and stuff. But in the reverse, it can signal that new opportunities are going to be coming in and that you're coming out of that stagnant energy. So you should be seeing new opportunities very soon coming in. And for those of you like, well, how can a reversal be like new opportunities? I'm going to pull this up. I study tarot every day to make sure that I am interpreting everything correctly. So the Four of Cups in the reverse, as you can see, does give you new opportunities. I know you probably can't see it. New opportunities, inspiration, acceptance, excitement, growth. So, for example, you felt like your life wasn't going anywhere for the longest time. And now new doors are opening for you. And a lot of the new doors are opening for you because your witchcraft working. So if you guys are like worried about your witchcraft not working, it's going to work. Like, it's working. You just have to surrender and allow yourself to know it's working. I get some people telling me, the reason why I pulled out my phone, I'm like, some people tell me that Four of Cups can't be that. And I'm like, yeah, I study tarot every day. Like, it definitely can be that. We got Wild Violet. We'll look into that one. I haven't pulled that card before. Devotion. I feel like if you guys aren't in a relationship, you guys are going to find a happy, healthy relationship, okay? And if you guys are in a relationship, your partner is very devoted to you. We got Moon Secrets. We're going to look at these two cards because this is a newer deck and I have not studied all the cards yet and I have not memorized all the cards yet. Please don't be rude about the fact that I haven't memorized the cards because remember, everybody gets new decks and when they get new decks, they have to study and memorize the cards. And sometimes it takes a while to memorize them, especially when you have anxiety like me. Okay, so the Moon Secrets is, life is all about cycles. Creation depends on cycles. The cycles that we create, life on Earth, are meshed with those that create and run the universe. We are all aware of the moon cycles and the effects that they have upon life and Earth. From our tides to our reproductive cycles, the moon has great influence upon our lives. For certain, the universe also has many other cycles that influence us. Everything in existence is a cyclic in one form or the other, or could not exist. Cycles bring order to the universe and to our lives. There is a season for everything. Everything must happen in its own time. Okay, you cannot rush things. If you are trying to rush things with spell work, I'm going to tell you, you cannot rush things. Everything, your spell work is going to work in the time that it's supposed to. Your spell work is going to work in absolute, I'm hearing divine timing. Your spell work is going to work in divine timing, so don't force it, don't rush it, just accept that it's coming. And the quicker that you just accept that it's coming is the quicker that it's going to happen. And I'm going to tell you that. Okay, we've got Wild Violet. It must be time to perk up a current love affair or to welcome one into your life. Think of all the romantic things you can do. We always hear about a fairy tale romance, but fairies will tell you it does not happen without some effort. A relationship should be based on mutual respect and honesty and love. Small things go all a long way in perking up a relationship. There's a small kiss on the cheek just for nothing, or a hug at the door. Really listening to your partner is vital in any relationship. Get a basic building blocks under the relationship and keep building. Even if you're not currently in a relationship with another person, you can treat yourself by creating a space in your home to pamper yourself. Romance isn't just for some. It's about pretty tablecloth and flowers in a vase, soft music to relax by, or a nice glass of wine to drink and warm fire. You're worth the effort. How can you put more romance into your life? So I feel like I said, a lot of you that are in a current relationship don't realize how devoted your partner is to you, and they are extremely devoted to you, okay? And for those of you that are in a relationship, you can perk up your relationship with like little things, just little things. The little things always matter, you know. And for those of you that are not in a relationship yet, it's important to know that once you get in a relationship, that the devotion matters, the little things matter, and so make sure you show your partner you're devoted when you get into that relationship. Just don't be the only one putting effort into that relationship. I'm going to put that out there. But pile number 2, if any of this resonated, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if there's any other type of readings you want to see. And in the comments down below if you want to. The more you like the videos that you watch, the more content you will see from me. So if you guys want to see more content from me, more pick-a-cards from me and stuff like that, like the video and I will show up in your YouTube feed more often. Because I've noticed the other thing too, I've noticed, I've done some studying on YouTube algorithm, and I've noticed that any of the videos that I don't like on YouTube, they don't pop up in my feed as much, whereas the videos that I do like, they do pop up in my feed a lot more. Say, for example, I always like Magdalene's Craft or Oracle of Lilith videos, and so they always pop up in my feed no matter what. The more you watch the channel, the more they pop up in your feed. The more you like and comment on their stuff, the more they pop up in your feed. The easier it will be to get readings from me. If you absolutely want notifications when more readings come on the channel or more manifestation videos come on the channel, you can click the little notification bell and get a notification when I post. But without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and close the reading. Thank you guys for coming in and watching the reading. I hope everything helped you. I'll see you guys in the next reading.